your mouse. Today we are going to simply push the 3 dots and add this file and then the new project button. So file and then new project. What we have to do is, you can call it anything we want. Let's call this, let's call this yeah, so we're gonna call this security camera. Okay, so just call it security cam. Click on this window and just wait for that. And close the tip of the day since we don't need it. And yeah, let's get started. So what we have to do is just highlight everything and get rid of it since we don't need that. And what we are going to do is we need a few packages to get started, right? So yeah, like yesterday, we need the OpenCV package. So open up the terminal, Control J, or no, don't really open up the terminal because I'm going to show you a better way. Click on the 3 dots, click on File, and then click on Settings. After that, you want to click on project and then click on the Python interpreter, right? And then come here, push this plus icon, and then from the plus icon, you want to search up OpenCV-Python. Right? So what we have to do is do that. Just give me a file 1 second. So it's not coming up for some reason. Let's just get rid of this and try to reload it. 1 second. Let's try to do that again. Yeah, so it's not working. Let's just use pip. Right. Okay, so we can use the Python packages window, which you just need to push that. And let's click on add package, or wait, no. So that's not working. So what we have to do is we have to manually do it. Or let's try this. Okay, no, never mind. It's working now. Here, what we have to do is we need to type in OpenCV Python. And use the original one. Click on that, and then click on install. Right. So click on install package, and it's gonna say installing package OpenCV Python. So just wait for that while we do that. So here's basically how this is gonna work. What it's gonna do is it's going to classify. So what it's doing is, suppose I have my hand. Okay, I'm completely still. And if I move my hand left and right, what's going to happen is it's going to say something just moved. Something I saw just moved. And what it's going to do is it will trigger an alarm. It's going to trigger a sound, right? And that sound can be anything. Right? So yeah, just wait for that to install. It shouldn't take that long, but it might. Yes, we will have class on Monday. Yusuf. So while we wait, let's just import the other packages we need. So first we need one of our old packages, the packages we used to use. We need to have one sound. So import, let's write import one sound. It should be in all lowercase, not one reg, one sound. So what we're gonna use one sound is to, well, make the alarm noise, okay? Right now, at the start, we're just gonna do a simple beep, but after that, I'll show you a different way, the better way to do it, as I would like to say. Since a simple beep is not enough to trigger you to like get awake, right? We're going to look for an alarm sound later today to put in this app. Or let's say while this happens, let's just find an alarm sound. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to open Chrome, which is a little buggy for me, so I have to stop sharing and then reshare my screen. Share there. So we have to open up Chrome. Close, plus, and close. Okay, so that's it. That's where we are right now. Okay, what we have to do is we have to search up this package. Not really the package, we just have to like come here and then search this up. Search up siren sound. WAV. WAV. Okay. So search that up online, and then you should get some online link to, well, download it. Only use a trusted platform. Okay. So it's just going to buzz. Right now we got OpenCV to download, so let's just get started. Okay, we can do that later. Just hit allow access. Right? Yeah. Oops, I accidentally clicked there. So right now you can do is you can use the minus button up here. Right? Just push that. Okay. What we're gonna do is after we say import one sound, what we have to do is we also have to import our CV2 package, so CV2, right? And then we want to say while oh wait, I forgot to say create our camera. So cam is going to equal to CV2 dot cam CV2 dot video capture, right? CV2 dot video capture, and for me it's going to be, I believe, 3, right? For you it's going to be 0. For me it's 3 because I'm using a different setup. Let me just watch Arian real quick. Get the same bug again to reshare this. Here. So let me open Chrome. And oh, not Chrome, I have to open up something else, right? So for you, this won't be the case. Arian, there you go. So after you get that, what you have to do is get started, right? And then after this, what you want to say is while our camera is opened, we want to say the RET and our first frame 1. Right, this frame, we have to use 2 frames to check what one is going to be the older frame with some older value, and the newer frame with some newer value. This way we can have a better checking, right? So this is going to be cam.read, right? And then we have frame 2, RET, comma, frame, not rame, frame 2, it's going to equal to cam.read. And then after that, just write cv2 dot imshow, and then the name of this will be the name of the cv2 image show thing. What we're going to use is, so cv2.imshow, I want to give it a name, so cctv, give it a name, cctv. And then what we want to do is we want to give it the frame. So frame 1, right? And then hit run. Right, and we're going to get that. So just give me a second to turn this camera on. So you won't get this, you should hopefully get something that works. For me, I have to start something. So just wait for this, wait for me. Let's go. Right, we got the connection. Flip it. So I will run this. So just turn your camera off before doing this, or else it won't work. And we're getting a little bit of a problem with this. Let me just see if Arian is working. Get the same bug again. Alright, so for some reason, my camera isn't working, so let's just try to stop it and then run it. So let me use my original one. I'm going to turn off my video for a second. Stop video, and let's try this. Run. Alright, so now it works, but it's still giving us an error. Yeah. So I think I know what the problem is. Instead of is opened, we just need to write true. Right? So just write while true and it should be good. Just put a chat in the message. Just put a chat. Just write a chat if it works for you, because this is kind of odd. All right, let me try to turn Arian off. Oh wait, Arian is off for some reason. Let me just try running this. Still not working. So let's just call this frame. Frame. Okay. So we get a little bit of a problem. Ruhan has a question. Let's ask him to unmute. You can go ahead.
Yeah, when I run my code, my error is different from yours. It shows hold up. It shows module CV2 has no attribute video capture.
Did you put it in capital letters? Capital
Yeah.
V and capital. Did you do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, now it's short. Thanks.
Problem. And Yusuf.
When I run the program, it's saying the same thing as yours. CCTV is not, Python is not responding. If you close the program, you might lose information. So I put close the program and it closed.
Okay. How about Alyssa?
My code is saying no module name wind sound, but I'm pretty sure I did everything right.
Yeah. So just check if it's in the case it's correct. Okay. Wind
Okay.
sound, all the letters should be in lowercase letters.
Okay. It is in lowercase.
That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Just check if you have any misspellings or anything.
Okay.
Because it should work. Are you on Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Oh, that's the problem. You need to be on Windows for Wind sound to work.
What do you mean?
So
I have to have a Windows computer?
Yeah, you have to have a Windows computer for Wind sound to work.
Oh.
But you don't have to use Wind sound. You can use something else, right? I'll show you what that is.
Yeah. Okay.
So you won't get, if you're on Mac, the thing is Wind sound, there are separate libraries for Windows and Mac. And Wind sound does not work on Mac. That's the main problem.
So what can I use instead of wind sound?
I'll show you when we start using it. So just get rid of that import line.
Okay.
Okay, that's that. So there we go. But so now that we have that, I'm not sure why it's not working, why it's not showing anything. Even though we mentioned it, let's just try installing it from the terminal manually. So open up the terminal, push that button, right? And I mean, it is working. The video capture is working. So let's just try to proceed with the code and let's see if anything pops up. That is a red flag. Okay. So now what we have to say is diff. So the difference we have, we need to say CV2. So the diff should equal CV2 dot absolute diff. So the source 1 is frame, and we have frame 2. Frame and frame 2. Right? After this, what we have to do is we have to say CV2, right? And then we need to use CV2 to convert the color. So CV2 dot CVT color, and convert color. What we need to do is we need to write the diff, and then write CV2 dot color underscore BGR, or no, not BGR, color CV2 dot color underscore RGB to gray. Right? And I'm pretty sure gray. So this is the grayscale. Let's try to put in the diff here. which should give us an error. Yeah. So we need to put in the gray. You get an error. Yeah, it says source is empty. Oh wait, that's because I have my camera on. Okay. So I think that what the problem was that my thing is on, my camera is on, so I need to turn it off. Yeah, so I turned it off. And then if I now run it, it opens and then closes. So the error is in line 9, where we say RGB to gray. So it's some assertion error. So what we're gonna do is we are going to manually install CV2, computer vision. Okay. So what we have to do is write CV2. So no, not CV2. We need to write pip install OpenCV for Python. Right? So just wait for that. Okay, we did get Python. So we did get OpenCV for Python. Let's run this. So now it opens. It says that my camera is on, but in real life, what's happening is it's unable to even show me my camera feed. Okay, so we're unable to see the camera, but instead of that, well, I'm just gonna do close the program and hit cancel. So instead of CV2.video capture 0, let's try to put in a different camera. I'm gonna use 1, just to see if anything different happens. Okay, so the camera is turning on. Right, the camera is turning on. The thing is, it's just not showing that correctly. Close the program, cancel. What if we use the second frame? Frame 2. That also does not work. But as expected, the camera is on. So I'm not aware of this problem, but let's just try continuing and seeing if it works, if it fixes. Or let's just, instead of CCTV, let's just call this camera. Right? One last try, and then we're going to continue. It still does not work, even if I call it camera. Close and cancel. Right, so just give me a second. And I am just going to check something. No. Okay, so let's just continue and see if anything works, anything else happens. If not, we are going to just see if this, well, okay, so I'm going to start sharing again. There. Right, so camera and frame, instead of 1, 0, we're gonna put this back to 0. right? And I am going to continue. Okay. I'm going to also switch the order of these imports. I'm going to import CV2 before WinSound. So import computer vision 2. Okay, so let's continue. Enter. And then we have blur is equal to CV2 dot Gaussian blur. I think there are other methods for blur. No, they only have Gaussian blur. CV2 dot Gaussian blur. And then we have gray. So this is going to be our frame. And let's see the next argument. Okay, give me a second. So Gaussian blur. So we need the sigma x, sigma y border type, and then the border type. Okay. We need the source, the size, then the sigma x, then the sigma y, then the DST, then the sigma y, then the border type. Okay. So I'm gonna use frame. Right. And then we will use frame one, not frame, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be gray, not frame, it's supposed to be gray. Gray, comma, and then we have to use this case size. And then 5, 5. Then we need to put in 0. Okay. And then we have underscore and thresh, which should equal to CV2 dot threshold blur, not blur, blur, comma 250, no, comma blur 20, then 255, right? So this is the maximum value. Then we have the thresh, and then we have to do the type, right? This is going to be CV2 dot thresh underscore binary. Right, CV2 dot thresh binary. Then we have dilated, which is going to equal to CV2 dot dilate. I think it should be dilated. I accidentally wrote dilated. So CV2 dot delete. And then what we need to do is we need to write in here the thresh. And then we need to write in the, so we have thresh, then none. Then we need to write the iterations, which should equal to 3. Contours and underscore should equal to CV2 dot find contours deleted, comma CV2 the retro tree, right, comma CV2 dot chain approx simple, right? Let's try that, and then let's try to use the blur. Let's try to draw out the blurred frame. Yep. Like it still does not work. And I'm also not able to start my video. So let's see if there's a problem in my Windows. No, there is no problem in my Windows. Okay, so let me use the video. Okay, so I'm just going to close this. Close it. Cancel. So Farhan has a question. Let's see his question.
Yes, I have a question that I have to ask, that my computer can't open the PyCharm can't open the file. All files are cleared from my computer.
What do you mean by that?
My files are all deleted. I
How?
don't know how.
Is PyCharm openable?
Yes, it is PyCharm.
They shouldn't be deleted. It should just be an opening problem.
No, there is not an opening problem.
Okay. So let's see it. Stop sharing. There you go. You can share your screen.
Request has not came.
Here.
Yes, it is coming this.
Did you make the new project?
I didn't make any new project.
Click on file. No, file up there. No, not there. File.
Wait, the option is
At the
coming
top left.
at the top.
Yeah, there. Create a new project. There. Can you accept it? Yeah. So you want to call this what's it called? The security camera. Security cam, right? Create it. And this window. Right. So you just want to wait for that. Okay, that's that. That should solve your problem. You should get that, and then you should be able to code that. Okay.
What time is it?
Okay. So I am going to start sharing my screen.
Okay.
So as you can see now, we still can't see the thing. So what we have to do is we have to write it. Let's just write out all the code. So this should be frame, and let's get to go with this. And then what we have to do is we have to say for C in contours, right? Basically, so for C in contours. All right, let's try this. CV2. No, not like that. CV2 dot draw contours. See if this let's just draw it out. Frame. Then we have the contours. let's write -1. And then let's write the color. So 0, 255, 0. Well, this should be green. And then we need to do thickness too. Hopefully this should work. Oh, my camera's on. Turn that off. And yeah. Still doesn't work. So stop it. Yeah. So now what we have to do, let's just comment this slide out because it does nothing. And let's go to the end. Where's my mouse? There. Wait, so there. And come on, why is this not working? So now that we have that, let's write 4C in all the contours. Then we want to write 4C in contours, colon, if CV2 dot contour, not contour area, is equal to C, counting contour area C, so the contour is less than 5,000. Continue. It should come up in a second. I'm not sure. I'm also not sure why it's not working, but it should come up in a second. Right. So after this, what we want to do is we want to write else, right? So over here, don't write else, just write this. X, Y, width, and height. So the X, Y, the width, and the height are going to equal to CV2 dot bounding rect. And we need to write C. And then we want to say CV2 dot rectangle at the frame at X and Y, and at the X plus the width, X plus width, comma, Y plus height, comma, and then we have green, so 0, comma, 255. Let's just make this red, 255. So red, green, and blue. And then 2. And then we need to say wind sound dot play sound. No, wait, no. You need to say wind sound dot. Don't really. Alyssa, remember I told you that we need to use wind sound. Instead of using wind sound here, just print out movement detected. So for me, I'm going to do this, movement detected. And then what we want to do is we need to write wind sound dots beep. Frequency 7,000, and the duration is 1 second suppose. Right? So I forgot to start my video, so let me just stop it. Right? And then let's run this. So it says movement detected. I'm not moving right now, so I stopped. But if I move, so it doesn't show you the camera feed, but if you move, it shows you that it says movement detected and does the beep. And the movement, the beep is it's in milliseconds, so you really need to write 1,000 over here. So I'm right now waving my hand. So let me show you in a different example because it's kind of annoying in here. So I'm going to turn my camera on. And here is where we need to write 3. Right? For you, you still need to write 0. For me, it's 3. Right? So right now, I have a view of my camera. So it's detecting even me talking, but if I am completely still, I don't move a bone. It beeps. So let's just stop this since it's kind of annoying. So Yusuf has a question. See it?
When I run my code, it shows an error.
What's your error?
It says, so let me read it out. Okay. Warn blah blah blah. Okay. Line 8 in module gray equals cv2.cbt color diff cv2 color RGB to gray. cv2 error open cv. It's pretty complex. I'm not sure what it means.
Can you share your screen?
Sure. Mhm.
Right? Now, run it.
Wait, it takes a minute. Wait a second.
So,
Just give me a second. My computer is pretty slow. It'll take another minute or so.
so it should be some error up there at the top. Where you can see RGB to gray. So the diff, and we have RGB to gray, and then yeah, you should not get that much of an error. Right? So just tell me when it shows you that error.
Okay, I'll pause my here.
Right? So right now, that's that. But what if we want to do an alarm sound, right? What if we want to do an alarm sound? For an alarm sound, it's a little bit more complicated, right? For an alarm sound, it's a little bit complicated since we have to find an alarm file on the web. And then with that alarm file, that's then, and only then can we actually do anything else. We need to have the, oh yeah, so you got the error. It's at line 8 in module. Can you scroll up in the terminal?
Here?
Yeah, so it can't grab frame. That's because your camera's on.
Oh, so
It's because
that's
your-
the problem.
So I have a secondary camera, and that's the camera I'm using to make it work. If otherwise, if it still shows you an error, which it shouldn't, but if it does, then it should just be a small little problem. Okay. And I think what if I turn off? So hopefully for you, you should get the window. Oh, did it work? Yusuf,
Not
did it
yet,
work?
not yet. It hasn't loaded yet.
Right. So if it loads, also tell me if the window popped up, right? The window that should pop up. If it pops up, just tell me. So that's that. But yeah, let's look for the actually. Oh wait, I think this is the real problem. CV2 dot wait key 1. If we add that, not put this red, make this frame, stop and rerun that, stop it and rerun it. Now it works. The problem was I didn't put wait key 1, and now if I put it, you should see me down here. Oh, my phone's upside down. But yeah. So let me stop this. There. So the small, wait, what? I'm upside, how do I? Oh, wait. Okay, guys, just give me a second since I'm having a small little bug with my phone. Oh, there you go. So now that we're good so far that we actually got this to work, let's look for the alert sound. Okay. Now that we got something, let's look for the alert sounds. It'll classify each object which is moving. So let me just use my original camera. Let me just turn this off since it's kind of slow. And I'm going to stop my video. Change this to 0 for it to be my camera. And then let's run it. Okay. So right now, as you can see, I'm putting this in full screen. If I move, it's going to classify that. Right, I'm moving my finger and it's classifying it. And we can also use the other methods, okay? So right now, stop. So right now we're doing that. So I think Yusuf has a question. Yusuf, you can go ahead.
So it works now when I move around, it goes boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
But it's not showing my camera for some reason. It's just showing black again.
Yeah. The reason it was showing black, it did the same thing for me. You need to write wait key 1 after I am show.
Where? How am I supposed to do that? Oh, wait, key 1. Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, so that's where you need to do it. Right, so if you do that, it should be completely fine and it should show you your camera. So I'm going to start my video and let's actually look surf the web for an alert sound, right? Since right now it's just beeping and beeping is, well, not that much of a standard. And I also wanted to show you this diff. If I put the diff in, this is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, it's because my camera is on. So let me stop my video. I put in diff here, and watch this. You get a live view of the difference that's happening.
Oh, that's scary.
So if I move, then everything stops turning white. So you can see me when I move, but if I don't, you don't see me. So it's kind of like something you would find in a horror movie. So looks something you would find in Five Nights at Freddy's, if you've ever played that game, which I did. So the thing is, what it does is it says if I make any difference, if you notice any difference in the camera, show it out. Let me also show you blur. This one is also pretty cool. I don't know why it's showing me the difference again. Oh yeah. The reason it's showing me that is because I have a little bit of a tiny oopsie in here. The tiny oopsie is we use gray, right, for the Gaussian blur, and gray isn't the best way to do this. So instead of gray, we can put in our frame, right? If I put in my original frame on line 9, or wait, no, if I put in the diff, right, and I run it, yep, and it gives us an error. So instead of diff, let's just put it back to gray. Oh, no, that should be diff. This should be gray. Yusuf, do you have a question?
No, but the thingy is crazy. When I move around, it's making green stuff on my face and blue stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. So let's stop that and let's actually surf the web for an alert sound. Okay, so open up Chrome. Let's just drag this down here. And just look somewhere. So what we are going to do is we can look online. So just give me a second. I know where we can find a good siren sound, and I will give you that. So hopefully everyone knows now how everything is supposed to work in here. And yeah. So I'm going to continue sharing my screen here. There. So I'm just going to open up epidemic sound. Right. So what we're going to do is how it's going to work. We get a siren sound effect. And what this is going to do is it's going to play that siren sound effect every time we see a difference, right? So here we have siren. not police sirens. Let's do something like an alert siren. Okay, no. So I found something that works. So let's download that. And I will put this on Google Classroom, okay? So right now, I want everyone to open up Google Classroom. I accidentally pause my share. I want everyone to open up Google Classroom, and I'm gonna give everyone a link. I want you to open this link up. Not even a link, it's gonna be a file. It's gonna be an MP3 file. So classroom.google.com. Right? I'm gonna give you this MP3 file. In this MP3 file, I'm gonna show you what you should have to do. Okay? So let me just turn the video on. Right? And here we need to do classwork, not classwork, just here in the posts. And I am going to link a file in here. So we are going to upload, browse, and then we can use not that, but if I go to my downloads, let me just rename this. It's a little bit different. Rename alert. Okay. I just want everyone to download this file, right? Use this file. And just download that. After downloading it, so when you click on the file, it's going to show you something like this. Click on these 3 dots, or not really even the 3 dots, just you can use this, and then open with I don't know which one. Right. So I have play, pause, stop, and then okay. So I have to use a different process for this to give this here. Wait. So if you open that in the new window, if you use open a new window, it should take you to this page where it should give you a bunch of options. It's going to give you this download option at the top right. Press that. You will have this file called alert.mp3. Right after you get the file, what you want to do is you want to minimize this and then open up File Explorer. Open up File Explorer and then go to the downloads file. And then take the alerts, right? Take it then drag it. So take it and then drag it to where security camera is, right? It should be highlighted in blue, and then let it go. Right? And we are going to go there, and this is what it's going to do. Just hit refactor, and you'll have a file there called alert.mp3. We actually needed this in a WAV file, but it works. And Alyssa, as for you, this will not work. But I can try to make it work. I can try to find a package that'll work universally. Okay. So we need to, instead of beep, we need to say winsound.playSound. And instead of those two frequencies, all we need to do is we need to do alerts.mp3, and then we need to say winsound.snd async. So Farhan has a question.
I have a question that in the alert mp.3, yours is coming alert mp.3, and in mine there's coming alert.mp3 audio.url.
Okay, share your screen, please.
Give the request. I can't share because you have shared.
Oh wait, yeah, stop. Right. So click on alert.mp3, right?
Can you please wait? Yes, this is the.
So delete that file. So right click on it and then delete it.
Where?
Right click on alert.mp3.
It is this file only.
Yeah, right click it.
Okay.
Then delete it.
What?
Delete it. So right click and then delete it.
Delete.
Yeah. Hit OK. Right. And then what you have to do is open up Google Classroom again. Click on alert.mp3. No, not like that. Not like that. That's not what you have to do. Just click it. Click on open with. No, not click on open. Yeah, click on the three dots.
Wait. Where is it?
Three dots at the top right.
Open with.
No, top right.
Top right.
Click on open a new window. And then click on download. The download button. Click on alert.mp3, not that one, the one below it. Hit X. Not that one. But see, this is PyCharm, right?
Yes.
Take it. And then drag it over here. Right? And then click that. And then take alert.mp3 and then drag it in the security camera folder. And then hit refactor. Put
Okay,
this
the
in,
new one.
and then instead of dot, you accidentally put a comma here. And you have a little bit of problems in your code. HTTP2, why is it giving you an error over here? So just click on Python packages, and I'll help you out with this.
Where is it?
There. And you have to download this package, which is what's it called again? It's OpenCV.
I forgot.
You have to download this, right?
Okay.
And install package. Just wait for that. After it's done, most of the red lines should go away. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. So that's that. And anything else? Anyone else have any other questions? If you have any questions, just raise your hand. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Okay, so now that we have the alert.mp3, let's test it. Okay, Uzed has a question.
I wanted to ask that is our next class on Monday?
Yes, our next class is on Monday.
Monday and Tuesday both.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, so the next class, right, yeah. That's gonna be on the 15th and the 16th, yes. So, after we have X, Y, width, and height, and then we do the CV2 rectangle.
Azam, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes?
I think we have class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, I said Monday, Tuesday on accident. It should be on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yes, thank you very much. Just for correction, okay?
So we
And-
have class on Tuesday and Wednesday. I accidentally said Monday and Tuesday. Sorry for that.
And Elisa's and Yusuf's certificates have been already sent, okay? Ask them to
Okay.
check, okay?
Okay. Yusuf and Alyssa, you can both check for your certificates for basics.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, after this, what we have to do is run it to check. And we get an error. So yeah, my camera's on. So let me turn my camera off. You'll be able to see me in here. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna close it. So I'm going to stop it. And yeah. So if I stop it, what happens is I forgot to put in frame in here. Should be frame, not blur. I'm going to put the volume up. There is no sound if you notice. So just give me a second. I think it needs to be in WAV format, but I gave it to you in MP3 format. So sorry for that. Stop. So now that we stopped it, what we have to do is drag this up here. Now, yeah, let me just give you the correct version. Not the MP3 version, but the WAV version. Since that's actually the main problem from my knowledge. So alert siren. Alarm download. And then we have to use Wi-Fi. Now which one do we need? And which one was this? Oh wait, I did the wrong one on accident. Should be pager beeps. Yeah. So I get a small problem here. So yeah, let's just search it up online. Pager beeps alerts that web. So yeah. There. So what you have to do is just wait for that and just find it. Let's use Vervo. Freeze pager B. There. So just find one that's good. Look for it. Search. I'm going to search it up. Pager beep. So what you have to do is search it up and then get it. Find a beeping thing and then put it in there, like I showed you. Even this should work, or else there should be a problem. And I probably have a corrupt file. Let's just check if the file is corrupted. Right click. Or wait, let's just open this. Once. Yeah. So that's the correct sound effect. Right? So let's see if this, oh wait, no. Let's use this to actually there. Wait, just give me a second, since my computer is kind of acting up. Let's rename it to ALET. Okay, I'm just removing the R to see if this works. Right, to see if the WAV file will work. So it might act up a little bit. It might freeze a little bit. There. And then refactor. And then instead of alerts, just call it alerts. And my camera's on. Stop it. Yeah, the sound effect still does not come. Instead, it's this little beep. It's a different beep. Should tell us a different sound effect. Oh wait, I forgot to make this WAV. WAV. Now. Okay, wait, let's see if I have a different one. So you get the point here. You can download a WAV file, put it in there, it'll work. So try to use the file I did, try to convert it in a WAV format, and then try to use that. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this since I have a different alert file that we can use. So File Explorer. And then just open up my there. Oh. Okay, so we can just do copy, paste. No, it's there. I accidentally opened up the wrong thing. There you go. But we need the original alert. Right. In the security camera. Hit enter. Now, if I put this back like alerts, this, there. My camera's on. And I'm also unable to do anything. So I hope everyone can see me right now. There. Right. Okay. So now if I use this, my pre-existing other alert WAV file, just stop my video, hit run. So there is no noise that's coming for some reason. So let's just go back to our beep since it worked. Right. Instead of that, go back to the frequency beep. 1000. 1000. So it's going to be a 1000 frequency beep So that doesn't do anything. But if I have bigger movement, like if I just shake, nothing happens if I talk. But if I like move my head, you can see that there's a problem. I can move my mouth as much as I want. Okay, so I'm going to slowly try to bring up this eraser. So it gets the eraser. So I'm going to stop moving. So it even catches that. So Yusuf has a question. See his question? I am not able to see Zoom. There you go. You can go ahead.
What if we wanted to like make the thing work by show like what the person said or the sounds of the person as they went into the room? What commands would we use?
We would have to use the microphone, right?
Yeah.
So the microphone to detect what they said, any sound that comes, but that's not really important. The main thing that's important when we have a camera is what they're doing.
Like stealing something or something?
Yeah. So it'll check. It won't really check. It won't really do anything if if someone just comes in and starts talking. But it'll get them coming in, and it'll get them moving.
But what if we like, Taro, what if somebody came into the room and then what if, I mean, like, couldn't it record what if we wanted to record what they said, what they did?
For that we can use some different stuff, but that's a little bit more advanced. That's a little bit complex. But what we have to do basically is get what they're doing, right? Get what they're doing and then store it in a file. In the morning, like I'm going to turn this on overnight. In the morning, I'm going to turn it on. In the morning, I turn it off. Before it completely turns off, what's going to happen is it will send me the recording of that file. We can even automate this so that once someone comes in, it'll beep and it'll also send me an email. So you can automate that. You find a way to automate it. So with that said, that's the end of today's class. We actually went a few minutes late today. So yeah, with that said, that's the end of today's class. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day and goodbye.